In the headlines, a lifelong learning week in 2022 was launched in Cần Thơ City. A ceremony marking 50 years of Vietnam-India diplomatic relations was formally held at Cần Thơ University. The 5th National Farmer Competition and the Festival for Agriculture, Rural Areas and Farmers in 2022 opened in An Giang Province. Hello and welcome to another edition of Cần Thơ News, the English news program of Cần Thơ radio and television station, and I'm back with the latest updates. In celebration of the Vietnam Study Promotion Day, a lifelong learning week in 2022 was launched in Cần Thơ City. In his remarks delivered at the ceremony on the morning of September 30th, Vice Chairman of Cần Thơ City People's Committee Nguyễn Thực Hiện urged all level support committees, authorities, fatherland fronts, mass organization and social resources of the city to participate in learning in all forms, motivating the movement of lifelong learning and a learning society.
The Vice Chairman of the City People's Committee also suggested that agencies, units, and localities launch online learning programs, promote the application of information technology in teaching and learning activities, and create favorable conditions for educational institutions to build, collect, and exploit useful educational resources such as books, newspapers, and electronic lectures, and actively disseminate these resources on electronic portals of agencies and units, launching across the city the response to the movement of regular lifelong learning to get a job and work effectively, thereby promoting the building of learning models according to Decision Number 387 on promoting the movement of lifelong learning in families, communities, and units in the period of 2021 to 2030, striving to build Cần Thơ City into a learning city.
The Standing Board of the City People's Council has just held a joint meeting to discuss and agree on the content, the time, and necessary tasks to organize the 8th meeting, which is the regular meeting at the end of 2022. Standing Vice Secretary of the Municipal Party Committee, cum Chairman of Cần Thơ City People's Council Phạm Văn Hiếu, chaired the meeting.
The meeting is scheduled to take place over 3 days, from December the 7th to December the 9th. The meeting is expected to approve 43 reports, one of which includes report from the City's People's Council, the City People's Committee, judicial agencies, boards of the City People's Council, reports of departments and branches on answering questions, and a notice of the Vietnam Fatherland Front Committee. The 8th session is expected to approve 35 resolutions, including 16 legal resolutions and 14 individual resolutions. When required, the session will carry out personnel work that falls under the authority of the City People's Council. The joint meeting also approved a plan to contact voters before and after the 8th session of the 10th Cần Thơ City People's Council for the 2021 to 2026 term.
On September 30th morning, the National Assembly Deputies Delegation of Cần Thơ City comprises of Director of Cần Thơ City Public Security Major General Nguyễn Văn Thuận and Vice Head of a Specialized Delegation for Cần Thơ National Assembly Delegation Đào Chí Nghĩa met with voters in the districts of Phong Điền and Cái Răng. In the commune of Trường Long in Phong Điền District, the deputies and voters were informed about the expected content and program of the 4 sections of the 15th National Assembly that was about to take place, as well as the outcomes of Cần Thơ National Assembly Deputies Delegation operations in the past time. On this occasion, voters made suggestions and proposals to the leaders regarding some issues like lessening the administrative procedures for the conversion of land use purposes, coming up with guidelines that support the conversions of land use purposes, stricter management in the use and trading of audio amplifiers, overcoming medicine and medical equipment shortages at hospitals, and readjusting the road corridor space for Provincial Road number 926, among others. In Cái Răng District, voters of the West proposed the stabilization of the prices of agricultural materials and of agricultural products, allocating more laborers for the healthcare sectors, and redesigning textbooks, as well as the supervision of the railway project that crosses Cái Răng District, among others. The comments made by the voters that fall under their authority were resolved by the National Assembly deputies and leaders of the city's departments and sectors. All the proposals were forwarded to competent agencies for resolution. Previously, on September 29 evening, a ceremony marking 50 years of Vietnam-India diplomatic relations, January 7, 1972, January 7, 2022, was formally held at Cần Thơ University. Attending the event was Vice Chairman of Cần Thơ City People's Committee Nguyễn Thực Hiện, Consul General of the Republic of India in Ho Chi Minh City, Madan Mohan Sethi, leaders of several agencies in Cần Thơ City, along with nearly 1,000 delegates who are members of friendship associations, Indian people living in Cần Thơ City, and students attending the event. Vice Chairman of Cần Thơ City People's Committee Nguyễn Thực Hiện affirmed that in the past time, both sides have promoted cooperation in many fields. India has offered scholarships to students and officials of Cần Thơ City, and the two sides have coordinated to organize activities for cultural exchange and people-to-people diplomacy. With mutual trust and understanding, as well as strengths, the Vietnam-India relations are ready for new breakthroughs. Recalling the long-standing friendship that has been increasingly consolidated throughout history, Indian Consul General Madan Mohan Sethi underlined his commitment to maintaining the friendship and partnership with Vietnam, including Cần Thơ City, for the joint goal of prosperous development. In the same evening, on September 29 in Long Xuyên City of An Giang Province, the Vietnam Central Farmers Union coordinated with the People's Committee of An Giang Province to open the 5th National Farmer Competition and the Festival for Agriculture, Rural Areas and Farmers in 2022. These are the events that celebrate the 92nd founding anniversary of the Vietnam Central Farmers Union, January 14, 1930, January 14, 2022. With the theme Vietnamese Farmers, Intelligence, Digitalization, Cooperation and Breakthrough, the 5th National Farmer Competition in 2022 has attracted many officials, farmers union members, and farmers across 63 cities and provinces nationwide. After 4 rounds of the regional competition, 16 top teams were selected to compete in the semi-final and final round of the competition from September 29 to October 1st. As the competition takes place, the Vietnam Central Farmers Union coordinated with An Giang Province to organize the Festival for Agriculture, Rural Area and Farmers, featuring practical activities that connect production and manufacturing activities between organizations, individuals and farmers, build a supply-demand environment in the production and consumption of agricultural products, leading products and local specialties in both domestic and international markets, contributing to accelerating the movement of Vietnamese people. Prioritized using Vietnamese goods. Cần Thơ City Red Cross Society recently coordinated with the city's Traffic Safety Board to organize the Traffic Safety and Emergency First Aid Contest for Red Cross Society's volunteer in Cần Thơ City.
There are 9 teams with 63 members representing Red Cross societies of 9 districts in the city to participate in the contest. At the contest, the members competed in 2 main rounds, which is a test on traffic safety and a test on first aid for traffic accident victims. The contest is an opportunity for officials, members, young people, and Red Cross volunteers to share their knowledge of traffic safety, traffic culture, and first aid skills and further improve their skills in performing tasks.
Leaders of Cần Thơ Department of Culture, Sports and Tourism on September 30th morning came to survey a new tourism site which is being built in Phong Điền district. The new tourism site is called Rạch Sao Eco Garden and is located in Mỹ Nhân hamlet in Mỹ Khánh Commune, Phong Điền district. Construction for the project was started in 2021. The project covers an area of about 3 hectares. The eco-tourism site comprises a residential quarter, a restaurant, a playground, and a traditional food quarter. When it is completed, there will be a zone for displaying antiques and leaf houses for visitors who love to experience the southwestern rural lifestyles. As of now, the Rạch Sao Eco Garden is only open for food and beverage services and will be officially put into use in January 2023. And now is the time for weather information. Updates on weather has also wrapped up today's edition of Cần Thơ News. Remember to watch our news program again on our website at kenthtv.vn. And now, thank you so much for being with us. Goodbye and see you next time.